Switch on. Switch on. It's on. Okay. I'd like to call to order the North County Regional Fire Authority Commission meeting for August 13th, 2025. Could you do the roll call?
Commissioner Cade.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Kelly.
Here.
Commissioner Oakes.
Here.
Commissioner Ertley.
Here.
Commissioner Schreiber.
Here.
Commissioner Sloan Buchanan.
Here.
All
All
present.
right. Full house. Great. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have any public or employee comments signed up for today?
I have Chief Hickman who would like to address the commission.
Okay. He's got that on. Yeah, he's got it on now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the commission and those online. My name is Matt Hickman, Assistant Chief of North County Fire and EMS. This is more informational than anything else. I wanted to keep you guys apprised of a situation. This morning there was a vote at the Snohomish County EMS Trauma Care Council concerning the addition of an ALS license for Snohomish County Fire District 21. This is separate than the current ILA that we have in place right now and does not affect that. But we wanted to let you know, because it's important for you guys to have the information as far as what we're doing from an operational standpoint, that we prepared a letter and opposed this motion for several different reasons, which are included in the packet in front of you. I want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to ask me any questions. It's a little bit of a long read, and so I just want you to know my phone is on. I'm able to sit down with you guys in the next couple of days as you look through this and kind of understand why our positioning is. We've prepared this letter to kind of compartmentalize and bring some of that information together. Again, this has nothing to do and does not affect the ILA. We are still very committed to collaborating with District 21 and continuing with this work. And like I said, I'm free to answer any questions, and that's what I have for you.
Telephone number.
Absolutely. I will give you my telephone number kind of offline.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh, you don't want to publicly say it?
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. Sorry.
I'll
Matt.
make sure that you have my phone number, and yeah, definitely grab. Yep. I won't ask you guys to read it right now because it's going to take a little while, but I'll be available after the meeting or at any other time that works for you guys.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Just excuse me. Just a matter of procedure here.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not in disagreement with the summary that you wrote in here, but the facts and the position and all that. But whenever this is partly a procedural question, really. When a chief or assistant chief of North County states a position of North County as a whole on an issue, whether it's this or something else, I'm just asking. Don't you normally want to ask the commissioners, either in a formal vote or at least informative, ask the chair and some others about, like, is it okay to write this letter and take that position? I'm just saying I don't like presumptions of our position when I haven't even been asked about it. That's so I'm not trying to chew you out, but I'm saying you laid it out here well.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to have seen this letter in draft form before you wrote it, saying, do you think this is the sense of the commission?
Yeah. That's
And if I had absolutely no idea if it would be the sense of the commission, or if we doubted it, I might have to put it on the agenda to have a vote for it. But otherwise, I'm just saying that when you write anybody outside North County about what our position on something is, if it's not already established in an action, you need to check with the board to see if they're okay with that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can understand your
and
point.
I'm not in disagreement with this, so that's a good thing. But you're speaking for us, whose job it is to make the policy, and you're to advise us and carry out the policy.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I feel like a step was missed here.
Sounds like a cart before the horse situation.
A little bit, yeah.
Understand.
Yeah, I guess I would just follow up, Mr. Johnson, in that this is definitely an operations level. I'm sorry.
Keep it held down.
It likes just
Keep
to,
pushing. There
we
you
go.
Okay.
This was definitely an operations level position that we took, not like a governance or finance type thing.
Okay.
Had no impact on governance or finance. I write things all the time that are operations level related, that are distributed and impacted throughout the county.
Okay.
But
All right. Okay. Well, thank you. But anyway, I just wanted to, like I said, just make that clear. If there's ever a doubt about it, feel free to ask.
Sure.
yeah, no, it's absolutely absolutely a good point, and things that have significant downstream effects for you guys are you absolutely should be read in and aware of those. In this case, felt like we were well within our purview advocating for the best needs of the
Sure.
department and the organization and from the EMS division standpoint. So I will absolutely keep that top of mind in the future, and as things come up, make sure that you guys are apprised.
Yeah, and I do thank you for documenting very well all the reasons why it's not a good idea. I mean, it's not just some loose opinion without everything backing it up. That's done very well in this.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to the story, and that's why anytime you guys want to sit
Yeah.
down for coffee or pick up the phone, I'm available.
Okay,
So
that,
thank
that's
you very
fine.
much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
Okay, all right.
Has that letter been sent?
yes. the
Okay,
meeting was this morning.
IAFF Local 3438 report.
Date on here.
Is anyone here today for that? No? Okay, well, we have to ask, okay, that's fine. I need a motion to approve the agenda,
So moved.
Second.
okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda as stated.
So moved. Second.
Okay, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, unanimous on that, thank you. There, as stated so far, there's no unfinished business, there's no new business just scheduled. And, God, we've been going 8 minutes and now we're down to the chief's report. I'm kind of stunned by that. Yeah, okay.
May set a record, though. We do have an executive session. Good afternoon, Commission. Some really exciting things to just address. I think everybody knows, but we had a successful outcome of our 6-year fire levy lid lift last Tuesday evening at 62%. So I was really pleased with that. I'd like to recognize the local for all their work with signs and a lot of doorbelling, and all the signs were cleaned up on Monday. So just touch base with Captain Normand over the weekend, and they'd already had a plan to get them all picked up on Monday. So if there is a few stragglers out there, which inevitably there is, we'll get those cleaned up. So appreciate them, and I will recognize Carrie for all of her efforts on the social media work with the levy. So yeah, great job, Carrie. Non-rep pay scale work is continuing. I think the payroll committee has met. Allison and I met again with Commissioner Johnson this morning and again on Tuesday, and I think the plan is that'll be coming to you in the next couple of meetings. Yeah, not exactly sure which one yet, but in the next couple of meetings that'll come to the board for approval. Strategic plan, if we can just get any feedback from any of you, we'd like to adopt that at the next meeting on August 27th. I did met with Commissioner Buchanan yesterday for about an hour. I walked in and she had her copy of the strategic plan with about 18 Post-it notes sticking out of it. So thank you, Holly. I hope I was able to answer your questions. The payroll project continues with lots of work being done. I will recognize Autumn back there, who is putting in lots of time. I'm not even going to try and estimate how much time, but I know she worked both Saturday and Sunday last weekend and has been in at least one of the days over the weekends for the last several weeks. So Autumn, appreciate all your efforts. The payroll technician recruitment is wrapping up. They'd narrowed it down to, I believe Autumn had 28 applicants for the job. Narrowed it down to like 10 for phone interviews, narrowed it down to 4 for in-person interviews. 3 of them are done as of now, and the 4th one is on Monday. So an announcement coming on that soon. After the payroll project, after the commission adopts the new payroll schedule for the non-reps, we'll move forward with the recruitment of the Assistant Chief of Operations position that we were holding off on until after the levy outcome. And then based on the levy outcome last week, we'd had, you may remember late last year, 2024, we kind of made appointments to Brian Price to a medical services officer, officer position under Chief Hickman, and then Will King as a training officer position under Greg Kuntz. They both came from B Shift. So B Shift has been running vacant, and we talked when we did all this, we were not going to fill these until after the outcome of the levy. So we do have a current list that Allison and Autumn just refreshed. So we extended 2 offers to 2 internal part-time members, and it's just this week. And they will rapidly move through a background medical psych process, uniforms and clothing and everything at a really rapid pace, because we're about 4 weeks away from Academy starting. 1 week of pre-Academy and then the Academy on September 15th. So this is going to be a rush. Autumn actually reached out to the background company to even see if this was possible, and they pretty much said, if you get us the paperwork in like the next 24 hours, we have a shot here. So that is underway. National Night Out was a nice success in both Stanwood and Arlington. We were present in both areas. And had a nice showing. The Stanwood one it just amazes me how large of an event that is. If you've ever been to the Stanwood National Night Out, it's the largest one in the county, and I heard that it was actually considered the largest one in the state. But there's 400 to 500 people down there for National Night Out. It is a really large event. So Monday, the training center committee, Commissioner Cade, Commissioner Schreiber, and Commissioner Johnson were scheduled for a meeting on Monday, which can proceed. Running concurrently with that is the Consortium Advisory Board, so the 6 agencies in the county that kind of run the Fire Academy. We're trying to change the ILA that we operate under for the Fire Academy expired. So it's currently expired. A new one needs to be drafted here before the end of the year. And we're changing the format of it, and we're going after a model that is more all-inclusive, not just the Fire Academy, but all the fire training we do, including EMS training and run review and engine training, driver training, everything. So Chief Isotelo has been leading this project from South County, and there's a presentation, and I'm hosting it at the training center on Monday. It was just the date that worked for everyone. So we'll be there from 11 to 2 with a working lunch. In the classroom, I'm expecting about 30 people present. The group can continue to meet, the subcommittee. I could maybe pop in and out for a little bit, but I'm just letting you know we can reschedule or we can wait and see the outcome of that meeting.
Question, do you think it would be advisable, given that other meeting there, that if we put off that training center meeting to either like maybe the following week or something, or 1 or 2 weeks later to incorporate the information that you may get from the rest of the consortium?
I think it would be beneficial. There won't be any action taken at the meeting, but I think we'll leave on Monday afternoon with a good sense of where this is going. And just kind of in summary, if this all comes together, if all the agencies say, yes, this is how we want to do our training beginning in 2026, what we would do is we would have someone at the training center essentially responsible for the calendar and running of the training center.
Right.
And agencies from all over the county would be rotating up there at times while the academy is ongoing, but crews would be rotating up to do ground ladders or hose or driver training or whatnot. So we would have someone up there that would be our contribution to this project. And then monetarily, we get compensated for the use of the training center. So right now on paper, it's looking like North County could generate like an additional $100,000 if in the cost modeling of this, if it plays out the way that it is right now. It's in like its 4th version of the modeling.
Do you want to put it off a week or 2?
I think that'd be great.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. I think we just got so much on the plate everywhere right now, and I'd like to incorporate the discussion of what you find out at your meeting. Could we suspend that meeting, or postpone it for next Monday for our committee, and like push it out 2 weeks?
And Carrie, could you reach out to Commissioner Cade and Johnson and Schreiber and maybe just do a doodle poll on when they're available? And Commissioner Cade specifically, you were part of this group early on in the county. You may find it interesting just to come and join us on Monday. So 11 to 2, we're going to do a working lunch, and you may find it beneficial just to kind of listen and help relay that to the committee.
Okay, I'll follow up with you after.
Okay.
Is,
Okay, but well, like I said, we'll talk for about roughly a 2-week postponement.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that, okay.
as you're sharing that, it's exciting. It sounds like the use of the training center has really increased, which it wasn't there for a while. So
Yeah, and this would be a really monumental step forward in kind of agencies working very closely together all year round.
yeah.
I might drop by
Okay.
to listen in on that. I don't have something to say so much as I want
If
to.
you showed up around noon, you might get a brat.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I had coffee on Monday with Sean Yanity with the Stillaguamish Tribe. He's used to be the tribal chairman. He's currently the cultural director. The brush fire along the I-5 that we had about a month ago, the largest portion of that was on tribal land, kind of just shy of the exit 210. And when it rose up from I-5 up the hillside and then across a plateau, I knew that was their land. And so I called Sean while I was there and I said, do you know this is occurring? He's like, we just got notified of it. That piece of property has some cultural significance to them historically. So we just started talking and I said, Sean, we need a better understanding of the cultural, what properties really do have a lot of cultural significance to you, and what areas do we need to be careful in, and when need to be notified or whatnot. So we met Monday to talk about doing cultural training for the crews, and I'm really excited about this. So the history of the tribe, where they had villages, where they had cemeteries. Talking to them Monday, they know where their cemeteries are, but they are intentionally not marked because they don't want any vandalism or anything happening. So he's like, if you notify us of an event, like if it's in the neighborhood of a cemetery, that's very important to us. So he has our shift calendar. He's going to pick 2 days on each shift in September and October and come and do like a 2-hour training for each crew. So I'm really excited about that. The vehicle theft, this is unfortunate, but in the last 6 weeks, the city of Seattle had a fire engine stolen. Everett had a fire engine stolen, and South County had a staff vehicle stolen, a fire marshal's vehicle stolen, all from scenes. I talked to Chief DeMarco with Everett and learned that single incident did like $1.5 million damage. Totaled 15 privately owned vehicles, did $200,000 to the fire engine. So so we don't want to see this trend starting with people stealing fire engines. And the reality is, when crews are responding to a call, they pull the air brake, they put it in neutral, and they walk away from it because the lights are running, and so it's blocking the road. Larger cities like in Seattle, unless the driver is needed on the call, he stays with the vehicle to make sure there's no theft or whatnot of equipment carried. Chief DeMarco said we've already done the research in the propane industry, because you think of a propane truck as kind of like a mobile bomb, if you wanted to use it as that. In the propane industry, they have a device that it locks out the air brake. So if the air brake is set, it cannot be turned off, or essentially, deactivated without entering a digital code in a little screen. So you would enter a 4 or 5 digit PIN number, and it would allow the air brake to be deactivated. So he sent us the information. I sent it to Chief Tenhope, and he's going to do a little research on it. We thought maybe we'll try one of these. And same thing, Everett's doing the same thing. And I think in the coming years, we'll see most fire apparatus having this device. So just prevent the vehicle from, no one could move it. Yeah.
Just don't make the code the same every station, everywhere. Somebody will put it on social media.
Yeah.
So much for that.
And then just lastly, we're preparing for promotional testing in September. This again is falling on autumn. But promotional testing for both the ranks of captain and battalion chief is in mid-September. And then based on that information, the local, every 3 years, they do shift bidding. So they bid for what shift they want to work on based on seniority. So we need to have all this worked out. So it'll go promotional process, shift bidding, immediately into vacation and Kelly Day signups for 2026. So, yeah. Happy to answer any questions.
I have a follow-up for
Yeah.
you. So, previous chief's report, you talked about hiring back a BC for 4th of July. And then when this operations report came out, it just sparked the question, which is why I asked for the...
Yeah.
So I was just curious on that, how that rig was selected being that it's the utilized rig, and is that the plan going forward? And maybe a little elaboration on that?
Yeah, we did hire back a 2nd Battalion on 4th of July, and essentially we operate in this, we call it East and West, so the Interstate 5 kind of divides the district. And so the battalion, when it's just every day, they run back and forth across I-5. But we put a battalion on each side, so one was here at Station 99, and the other was at Station 48 on the evening of the 4th, up until the fireworks ended. But we felt it was just to have some command and control on both sides of the freeway. And we also upstaffed a brush truck for the night. So we for like a 10 or 12-hour period, we upstaffed an additional suppression unit that we were dispatching around. And 4th of July it's never quiet, but it was pretty uneventful for us this year. Yeah, but it was just a little preparation in case something went wrong.
Is that sort of the model?
Yeah, we've
Future
always
model?
upstaffed a brush truck, and this year it was like, well, we had let's upstaff a battalion in case we need it. I actually expected 4th of July to be much busier than it was, and it wasn't for whatever reason. I don't know. It was on a Friday night.
Yeah.
You think I thought this is going to be a bad year. Nobody has to work the next day, but it was quieter than we expected. So maybe the fireworks ban in Arlington, it's been like 5 years now. Maybe people are starting to comply with that a little bit. But I drove through Stanwood about 10:30, and there were fireworks going off, but it was nothing like I expected.
Thanks for the
Yeah.
follow-up. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Next, the board will hold an executive session allowable under RCW 42.30.110 sub 1 sub G to review the performance of an employee. I think we'll initially start with 30 minutes. I hope it can all be done in that. And then, so, what?
4:55.
Yeah. So, yeah, our military time is 16:55, but yeah, so we'll clear the room, except for those that are asked to stay, and then we'll get going with that, so. back into order, public session, going down this, of the North County Regional Fire Authority Commission meeting. Our mics are on, okay, good. Board discussion, commissioner comments, reminder, feedback, comments on the draft strategic plan are due before the August 27 meeting. And, was there some issue, was it that meeting, the next meeting in Arlington that would need to come back here, or was it next month?
No.
It is the next one? Okay.
August 27th, we'd like to move the meeting here in Stanford. Just because Commissioner Cade, at least Commissioner Cade will be remote, and this has better functioning remote access for us.
Yeah, right. So everybody changed that on their schedules to be here and not be in Arlington at 4 o'clock on that meeting. Yeah, thank you very much. October, Washington Fire Commissioners Association Conference, October 22nd to 25th at Tulalip. So we just, what commissioners just need to let you know?
Just let me know and I'll get you registered as you tell me.
Have you heard anything among commission members about their intentions, one way or the other, to attend
I've
that?
heard from one of you. I've heard from one person that they are attending and would like.
Now, does that include a hotel stay or just include attendance, sense of our proximity to them?
I believe it's in your budget, so I know that the discussion historically has been that a lot of your good networking and connections happen in the evening, and so that is a nice time to stay and connect with
Yeah. Any other commission members want to comment on that one way or the other?
I'd like to attend. Do you want to know right now?
Well, no, not so much that about, well, just about in general about attending or staying
Yeah.
down there for 1 or 2 nights, so.
Do you know that they publish an agenda if one of the commissioners wanted, like, what are the topics this year?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, I will send that out to you.
Okay,
It
okay.
is up on the WFCA website, but I can
Okay,
certainly
yeah,
push that out
yeah.
to all of you. Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
time, I just wanted it on your radars
Yeah.
that those are the dates.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Okay,
there was something separate on there too, that you had to register for separately.
Yeah, the snore seminar is
Yeah,
always,
okay.
That's the
the
first
early
thing.
Night before.
was that right? Okay. Any other comments on the conference at Toledo? Okay. Any good of the order comments on, well, we already had comments about National Night Out. You commented on that. Any other?
And I would reinforce that in Arlington, it was good.
Okay.
And then also, I want to say something else. Some of you may have already seen this. It was on Facebook. Carrie McBride, and I don't know if you know her, but she was talking about there was a big incident on Super Bowl Sunday. Roslyn was hit and has spent the last 6 weeks recovering, is getting better. And she just put a thank you out to North County, just saying just what North County did and how important it was for Roslyn's life now. I mean, she's alive. So that's a thank you.
Okay. Okay. Anything else on here? Okay, well, then with that, I will turn to Commissioner Oakes and ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.